What's going on, guys? It's Smudge here, a bit of a different video. Obviously season 5 was supposed to drop, it hasn't, so we're going to take a look at the actual anti-cheat rumours. I personally believe are a bit more than rumours that have been flying around in regards to Warzone and Call of Duty going forward. So season 5 got delayed by a day, and there was a lot of speculation that maybe they had an anti-cheat, or maybe season 5's just so horrendously messed up that they've got to delay it. Raven Software tweeted out, they have banned 50,000 accounts, and everyone was kind of like, yeah, we've heard this before. And then they put, more importantly, we are listening and hard at work behind the scenes. We will have more info for you soon. And this was different compared to other tweets about cheating, about hacking, about banning accounts, in that we've never really heard them acknowledge the community's frustration so much. You could be incredibly skeptical and say, well, they're only acknowledging it because they're seeing, some of their biggest creators go to Apex, go to Splitgate, play other games. And that's probably true. They are a business. They're not particularly nice business either. And that probably does play a part in this tweet, if nothing else. But there's a bit more to it. And if you've been reading the tweets on screen on the right from Modern Warzone, who I know people either trust implicitly or take everything that he says with the biggest grain of salt. I personally trust his sources. He rarely gets it wrong, and I follow a lot of his sources that he makes known, and you'll see a couple of them in this video. Obviously nothing's confirmed 100%, so do take it with a little grain of salt, but I wouldn't share it with you if I didn't think there was some substance behind it. And the main one here is that COD 2021 or Call of Duty Vanguard, which I'll have a video out either today or in a couple of days depending on how productive I am, runs on essentially like an upgraded version of Modern Warfare's IWA engine, and that makes implementing an anti-cheat far easier. It's not an easy job, but it makes it more straightforward than trying to have an anti-cheat across two different engines for something like Cold War and Modern Warfare. Of course, the flip side of that is you could just implement the anti-cheat within Warzone itself and kind of leave multiplayer to the dogs, but that would not be a smart move. And this is why a lot of people think we're going to see something substantial come with Vanguard when it releases, because it does share this engine with Warzone. It makes everything super easy, and that was actually backed up a little bit later by the Ghost of Hope. You don't know who the Ghost of Hope is? Part of the Cheeseburger Boys leaking group of friends. I don't know what they professionally call themselves. A bunch of leakers that produce really solid leaks. I very rarely see things that are super misleading. If they're unsure about things, I'll make 100% clear, which is nice. And you'll see here, new anti-cheat system coming. I repeat, new anti-cheat system coming. Has been worked on for over a year. Here he does put that it might be coming tomorrow night. This was yesterday. He does rescind that and says, it might not. Like, that's the biggest grain of salt to take, is that it probably won't be coming with tomorrow's update. Be lovely if it does. It's more likely to come with the release of Vanguard. And then we move on and we see, more and more prominent leakers kind of outline that something big is happening. I think this is what caught so much of the community's attention, as opposed to like the usual, we need anti-cheat, like where's our anti-cheat? And then finally we have this from Modern Warzone, based on Honor the Call's independent research, which he very kindly shared in Modern Warzone today. And that is that they have a senior data scientist currently with the company. It's been there for over a year, working on Call of Duty, on the free-to-play online games, for an anti-cheat, anti-toxicity initiatives. And the most important thing here is that they've been working on automated detections for third-party cheats and bots across multiple games using machine learning. So it sounds like they've essentially created their own in-house anti-cheat, which is fine. It makes sense for how big the game is, how big the company is. You might as well make your own, patent it, go to town on it. It sounds from this like they have almost used the past year to teach its machine how to spot cheaters. And that might not be the case. They might have been, you know, running this software in private lobbies with, you know, hacks on and teaching the machine how to spot them then. But it's not going to replicate a real world game scenario. And I've seen a couple of people tweet about this, and I thought it myself when I read this. I think the Ghost of Hope tweeted about it as well. That there's a moral ambiguity in letting your anti-cheat machine learn within Warzone public matches while your game is rife with hackers, and letting, you know, the honest players suffer as a result. Now, of course, if this anti-cheat does come out and it's, you know, world-beating anti-cheat and we never see a hacker again, people will probably quite quickly forget that this was a thing. But if it comes out and it's still not working, or there's still a noticeable amount of hackers in there, that they're going to have some things to answer to, because if you want to take a year to develop an anti-cheat, that's fine. I can understand why they didn't say anything, because you don't want to let the cheat companies know that you're making something. You don't want to give them a chance to look into the game files, figure out what's going on. I completely understand that, it sucks. But there is that moral grey area where you have to decide to essentially use your player base as hamsters, as like test guinea pigs. And that's probably going to piss a lot of people off, and it's understandable. But at the same time, if this anti-cheat comes out, you probably won't hear a peep out of them again. It's just one of those things. It's an interesting time. Obviously, all of this take with a grain of salt. I personally believe it. I wouldn't share it if I didn't. That would be kind of pointless. It'll be interesting. I think it comes with Vanguard. I don't think it comes with like any update that we'll see within like Cold War seasons and Warzone seasons before Vanguard's release. I just don't think it makes particular sense. You might as well spend the next 2 months refining it, making sure it's as good as it can be. You'd like to think it was damn near perfect. But yeah, it'll be an interesting time. Let me know your thoughts about the anti-cheat rumours. I hope it's true. I'm trying to be positive without getting my hopes up. We'll see how that goes. As always, if you did enjoy the video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to find your way back. Hope you'll have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.